yesterday we started with the statewide counting program. Okay, and I told you there are two main differences between the statewide program and the limited network studies. What are the two differences? What are the two main differences between statewide program and limited network studies?
Statewide is annual.
Statewide is annual, limited network studies usually a shorter time, and the time is not fixed basically. Okay, and what else? The first difference is in terms of time. The second difference is in terms of
Distance.
not distance, coverage. Okay, in limited network, you see the name. Limited network, statewide. Okay, so the other difference is in terms of coverage. Statewide covers the entire state. Limited network is a network. It's a small network. Okay. Then we looked at this example. Okay, so we were given the average for each day in the year. Okay, so what was the first thing we did here? What did we calculate here? AADT. Okay, and how did we calculate AADT?
By taking the average.
Yeah, you just take the average of these 7 days. So already for an entire year, you just take the average of these 7 values, get AADT. Okay, and then we calculate the adjustment factor, which was AADT upon any of these values, depending upon the day. Okay, so you see the factors, adjustment factors being plotted here. Y-axis has the adjustment factor, x-axis has the days. So you see the highest factor is where? Where is the highest factor? Saturday. That means the traffic is on Saturday is what? Adjustment factor is AADT upon traffic. Okay? So highest factor means the traffic is lowest. Got it? It's inversely proportional. Traffic of a particular time period and the adjustment factor of that time period is inversely proportional. One goes up, the other one goes down. Okay? Up till now, we have been calculating adjustment factors for days of the week. We have done it in the previous examples. All these examples, whenever we are calculating adjustment factor, it was for the days of the week. Okay, but adjustment factors can be for months as well. You can calculate adjustment factors for months of the year as well. Okay, which we will do in this example. So for each month of the year, they have given me total traffic. Total. Okay. First thing is I will calculate always. First step for adjustment factor in these problems, first thing always calculate AADT. AADT. Okay. Somebody was asking for a revision in the other section. This is the revision. How do I calculate AADT here? Huh? Summation of? Sorry? Yeah. So what traffic? For all the months. You do what? Add them. You will add them. I want total of the year, right? Total of the year. Give me total traffic.
Divided by 365 days?
Yes. If you are from planet Earth. If you are from planet Earth, yes.
It's going to be 796.8.
Seven?
796.8.
Vehicles per what? Per day. We divide with number of days, right? So vehicles per day. Any question here? Total of each month was given. I added them together. I got total of the entire year divided by number of days in the year. I got AADT. Okay. Now we will calculate the adjustment factor for each month. Okay, we'll just do an example of January, February. You can do the rest. Okay, so adjustment factor for any time period is, whether it's a day or the month, you take AADT divided by the average of that time period. So I already have AADT, right? So I will divide, if I want it for January, then I will divide with the average of January. Okay, so AADT is 797 divided by what? How many days are there in January? Huh? You know? Yes.
It's divided by the total traffic of January or the number of days of January?
Number of, no, sorry. You will calculate average of January. So you will divide total of January with the number of days in January. Okay, so 797 divided by the average of January. You cannot divide by total. 2 or okay. This is what? Average of January. Average of January. Okay, keep in mind, average upon average. The average of the ADT is the average and divide by average. We cannot divide by total. Okay. Okay, for February, tell me. Over 30? 29?
28.
This year is 29.
28.
We'll come to it. We'll come to it.
Really, this
Huh?
year was 29.
Yes, and who told you it's for this year?
How did you decide that 31 of January?
Huh?
How did you decide?
Yes. 1.339? Yes, so first of all, it cannot be this year. You have values up to December. We are not in December yet. Okay. Secondly, how do I know this February is 28 and not 30? This is another question, new question. February is 28 or 29 or 30. Okay. Next semester I will find inshallah someone who will say 31 as well. Up to 30 we have done basically. We have done. February after 30 we have done. Believe it or not. Okay. We did in one of the exams. Okay. So you are not alone. There are other people from your planet. You can find them. Okay. So how do I know if February is 29? I already showed you. It's right there. Why did I put February as 28? Why not 29? How do I know?
26.
ADT.
365.
Yeah. Okay. You put 365 there, you cannot have February of 29. Okay. There. If you put 29, then do it 366. Okay. No problem. No problem. We don't know. We don't know. Okay. We don't know. But match it. Okay. Don't put 29 here and your year is still 365. Okay. Clear? Any question? So you just check the number of days and the rest of the months and you calculate the adjustment factors. There's a point to be noted is you are dividing ADT, so it must be divided by the average of the month, not the total. Total is given. You have to calculate the average. Clear? Okay. Moving on. These are the adjustment factors, the same adjustment factors. If you can see the values, okay, they should be like this once you calculate them. So you see the lowest adjustment factor is in August. Lowest factor is in August. That means the average traffic of August is what? Highest. Okay, it's the maximum. Okay, they are inversely proportional. Okay, this is a good example because now in this example we will do the adjustment factors, or we will calculate the adjustment factors for days as well as months. Okay, we will do it for both of them. And the other interesting thing about this example is we have two data sets for the same location. So we have to combinedly use them. Okay, we have to use them in a combined way. Okay, so in the first table, how many months we have? 4 months, right? And for each month, how many days? 7 days, the entire week. Okay, look at the second table, how many months? All the months, right? And each month, how many days? 1 day, yeah? No?
1 day, 24 hours.
24 hours. Really? You were saying something else? Yeah? No? Agreed? Everybody agrees? Is 1 day? See here? Okay? So week means what? 7 days. Okay? Why they are saying 24 hours here? Because
24 hours.
average. Okay? So the data was taken for 7 days. Then they did the average. Okay? The data is for how many days? 7 days. Okay? So I have 4 months of data, 1 month, 7 days. Okay? And I have again 1 week of data, but they have already done the average. Okay? So these values are the average of 7 values which were taken the 3rd week of each month. Clear? Clear? Okay, what did I say? What earlier? What is our first step always? To calculate what? AAD. Okay? We first of all calculate AAD. Always. Whenever you have to calculate the adjustment factors, you always calculate AAD first. Okay? AAD means total traffic upon total number of days. Okay? For how many days the data was observed in this year? How many days the data was observed in this year? Huh? Huh? 12 half cup? 84 half cup? Week from every month. Okay, so 7 into 12, 84, right? Okay, so this is done. This is done. But what about this one? They are not same data sets, I told you. So these are extra days which are observed. So you have to add them. You have to add them. So 7 into 12 from here plus how many days? 7 to 4. Okay. So total is? You guys are doing 112. Okay. They were doing it already. Okay, you got how we got 112. Okay, 28 days from the first table, 7 to 4, and then 7 to 12 from the second table. Total 112. Okay, we'll do the same thing for traffic as well. We will add traffic from both tables. Okay, now each value in table 1 is for how many days? Table 1. Each value is for how many days? 1 day. So we will add it simply. Add it. Each day in second table for how many days? 7 days. It's an average of 7 days, right? So if I want total, then I just add them. Each value is an average of 7, right? So if I want total of 7, then what do I do? Multiply by 7. Okay? So each of these values will be multiplied by 7. Okay? I'm converting total to average, average to total, right? I want total. Okay? So these values are already for a single day. These were average of 7 days. I want to convert them into total of 7 days. I'll multiply by 7. Okay, so we'll do something like this. Just take all the values from table 1 plus values from table 2 multiply by 7. Okay? Clear? Just for the sake of reference, give me this number and then divide. Tell me. Or if you want to tell me for each table as well, no problem.
So total of January from table 1 is 127.
Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. At least give me an entire table.
Entire January and
Entire table. Table 1, all values. Table 1, all values. Yeah, we are not doing it for each month right now. We are doing it for AADT. So everything added. So what's the total of table 1? If you want to tell me, no problem. If you want to do it direct, no problem.
so total of table 1 is 76 120.
Okay, total of table 2.
I'm not sure. Does you have a final answer?
Huh?
Do you have a final answer?
I have the final answer. Final. I don't have each value. Anyone has a different answer? Let me know.
I do.
How dare she go against you? Huh? Huh? 24 400. This after multiply by 7 or without? Without.
Okay, Dr. That is wrong.
Okay, how much?
11,000.
Huh?
11,000.
11,000?
No.
No?
48,490.
Anyone else?
That's close to her guide.
Anybody else? Table 1. How much did you say?
48,490.
Okay, and when you divide by 112, what do you get? Is it without multiplying by 7, this answer? Huh? Without multiplying by 7?
No, 48,490.
Okay.
And then the full thing will be 17.79.
Huh? 17 by 7? What is it?
Oh. 18,274.
The total traffic you mean?
Yes.
Okay, and divide by 112? I just want to check the answer.
163.
Yeah.
1957.
With these 1957.9. Okay, done. Okay. These values are correct. If you are getting this answer, these values are correct. Okay. Any problem up till now? We just took total number of days. In the first table, we have 7 days for 4 months, so 7 to 4, 28 days. In the second table, we have 7 days for all the 12 months, so 7 to 12, whatever, plus number of days from the first table, total is 112. Okay, then I need total traffic of the entire year. I will add all the values from the first table, and then I will take the values from the second table, multiply by 7 and add them with table 1. Okay, because each value is for an average of a week. Okay, so multiply by 7 because of that week, and then you do the total, and the answer ADT is 1958. Any problem up till now? Is it clear? Okay. How much is this?
No, it was correct. I got 1958.
I calculated it twice.
Huh?
I calculated it twice. The same answer.
This one? Okay, done. Okay, let us move on. Now we have to calculate the adjustment factor for each day of the week and then for each month of the year. Okay, for each day of the week, now if you have to calculate daily adjustment factor, which table you will use? The first one. Can I use the second one for daily adjustment factor? Because the second table does not show any days of the week, right? So we cannot use it. Simple. Okay, so I'll take the value from here. I'll put it here for our reference. Okay. So I need this. Okay, so I have day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, I need average for each day. Give me an average.
Average for each day.
Yeah.
1925.
Okay, now if I want adjustment factor, then it will be what? What upon what? ADT, which is 1958 divided by this. How much? Huh? 1.01. 1.01.
1.017.
Okay. Same thing for Tuesday and Wednesday and so on. Clear?
Should we do it?
You do it. We will not. Okay. Any problem? Clear? Okay. Now, if I want to do it for each month, okay, So then I have to calculate the total for each month, right? If I want to calculate the adjustment factor for each month, I need the total of each month, right? Okay. So if you are looking at January, for example, how will I calculate the total traffic of January? Yeah, we have we have 7 values of January in the first table, okay, and then we have this value. So again, this value,
8 values. So 8 values.
this is for 7 days, right? Again, we need total. This is an average. I need total again, right?
So
So
multiply
multiply by
by
7. Yeah. So what is the total traffic of January?
So 28,100. 5.
Huh?
2845.
2845. Okay. This is total, right? Huh?
Yeah.
We added the 7 values of January from the first table plus this value from the second table multiplied by 7 because for a week. Okay? Huh?
And then divide by 8.
We will divide.
By how much?
How much? 47 plus 7. Okay, clear? Okay? Any problem? Okay, so average how much? 2032. Adjustment factor for January. What upon what? Annual, which is 1958, divide by the average of January. 0.96. Clear? Clear? Any problem? Now look at February. How will I calculate the traffic of February? Do I have to do the same thing for February? Why not? Yeah, February is only in one data set. Okay, so for what? Yes. Okay, so for February we only have data in this table, and data in this table is already average. You don't have to do anything. If the value which is given is already an average, you don't do anything, like we did in the example yesterday. If already the average is given, we don't do it. Okay, we don't do anything. Okay, for February we already have the average, so adjustment factor for February point. Okay, clear? Now for March, which method will I do? February. Okay, for April, same as January. Clear? Okay. Any question? Okay. So you can do the rest and check it. These are the answers. You can check your answers. Okay, once you calculate them, move on to the next thing, which is grouping of control locations. Now these factors, adjustment factors, they were coming from control locations. I told you earlier as well, all factors are calculated from control locations, control counts. Okay, now remember we are talking about a statewide program. Statewide program, very large. Okay, so you will not have one control count, you will have many. It can go up to hundreds or thousands. So for each control count you will do this. For each control count you have to calculate the adjustment factors. Okay, and for each control count location you will have a different set of factors because values are different, right? Okay, so if you have 1000 control counts, then you can have 1000 values for each day of the week, 1000 adjustment factors for each day of the week and each month and so on. Okay, it will be much easier for me if I can combine them. So instead of 1000, I will have maybe 500, let's say. Okay, so it will be much easier for me. Instead of having 1000 sets of values, if I can have combine, if I can compress them into fewer values, it will be easier for me. Clear? Okay, so this is what we are looking at. So how do I combine? So you take the values from different locations, okay, and you see if the combination is possible or not, grouping is possible or not. Okay, how do we see this? You see here how many points I have, how many stations I have? 4. For each station you see the values for each day of the week, right? Okay, and what's the last column? Average of the 4 values. So for each day you have an average. Okay, now grouping is possible if the difference between any average and its member values is less than equal to 0.1. Okay, and it could be plus minus 0.1 plus or minus, doesn't matter, but it should be less than this number or equal to this number. Okay, the difference between the average for any day and its member values. Okay, it should be less than or equal to plus minus 0.1. Okay, so they already tried. You can see once they calculated the average, this is a group, right? Average is the group. So they already tried the grouping. Now we have to see if the group is valid or not, if the group is working or not. Okay, so look at the average 1.01, right? Now look at the difference between this value and its member values. So this value is from these 4, right? So the difference between this and this 0.0 something, right? No problem. We can go up to 0.1, right? So anything 0.0, no problem. This and this, no problem. This and this, no problem. This and this. Okay, so there is no problem in this group. Okay, what about this one?
0, 0.
Why are zeros are increasing?
2, 0. 1, 0.
1, 0. Okay, this one and this one, same. This one and this one, this one and this one. It's more, right? It's more than the criteria of 0.1, whatever the value is, 0.13.
We cannot add Tuesday.
Huh?
So we cannot add Tuesday.
No. It means the group will not work. Okay? If any one value does not fulfill the criteria for any day, that means the group will not work. Okay? One bad value is enough to break the group. Got it? One bad value is enough to break the group. Okay? So choose your members wisely. One bad member will break the group. Okay? So this says up till here, when we reach this point and you found one value out of the criteria, this group will not work. The group of these 4 will not work. Okay? Clear? Okay, so we have the first answer now. The group of these 4 will not work. You will still continue comparing to see if I can make a new group out of these 4. Not all of them. Okay, I am trying to group all 4 of them, right? But this value shows that it will not work. Okay, so maybe some other members can work together. These 4 cannot work. Okay, but from these 4, maybe some can work together. Okay, so 4 cannot work, maybe 3 can work. So we will continue to see if 3 or 2 can work together.
On the same day, right?
No, we'll continue with other days. This day we already found that the 4 will not work. Okay, so I will continue to see which member is, which other members can work together. Okay, So for example, you come here, this one, no problem. This one and this one, no problem. This one and this one, no problem. This one, no problem. Okay. So you can check the rest of the values, but I will jump to the value which can have a problem. On Saturday, the average is 0.98. Look at this value. Out of the range, right? Out of the criteria. Okay. This value, fine. This value, fine. This value, again out of the criteria. Okay. If I come here Sunday, average this much. This and the average, fine. This and the average, no problem. This and the average, no problem. This one and the average, big problem. Okay. So after doing this exercise, I found how many values which were having a problem, bad values. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Total 4. Total 4. Out of these 4, 3 belong to what? Out of 4, 3 belong to?
0.4.
Okay. You are saying something else? Four values which are out of the criteria, right? They are not fulfilling the criteria. They are not meeting their average. See, they are traffic engineers. Okay, so they are like me. They like to confuse you. Okay, so they did not mark the fourth value, but we have counted it. This value is out of the range. Yes or no?
Oh, yes. 0.1.
Okay.
So we remove the entire station.
Yes. Okay. Remove the entire station. Okay. So we tried grouping for 4. We reached this point. We found group of 4 will not work. We completed the exercise to see which other 3 members can work together. Okay. So we found in the entire table there are four values which are having a problem with that. Okay. From these 4 values, 3 belong to station 4. So we pick station 4 and throw it out. Okay. So the rest of the 3 members may live happily ever after. Yes. Okay. We don't know, up till now we don't know, okay, whether the group of 3 will work or not, because we have a value which is, even within these 3, we have a value which was having a problem, right? Okay. We can, because we will recalculate the average for the 3 now. Give me the average of these 3 now for Saturday. Okay, so the new average with 3 members is 0.89 and the value for station 4 is 0.85. Problem solved or not? Solved. Should I check the other points? Other values? Should I check? Should I check?
We should change because all the averages will change.
They will be lower.
You don't have to. You will still calculate the average for grouping. But you don't have to check and compare because other values were already fine. Okay. If 0.1 didn't have this value out of the range, I will not even check this one as well. Okay. Clear? So we did 2 trials, right? One trial was with 4 members, right? In that trial, there were certain values which were out of the criteria. From those values, I threw the station which was having the maximum number of values out of the criteria. Okay, so most of the problem is solved. From the remaining values, there was only one value which is already still in the group, which is 0.85. So I will check this value with the new average. That's it. Okay, from one trial to another trial, it cannot get worse. So there were 4 values having a problem. You threw the 3 out of the group. So the other values did not have a problem earlier. They will not have a problem now as well. Okay. If they are having a problem with the new group, for example, look at this Friday value 1.01. Is it having a problem now? With a group of 4? No. So even with a group of 3, it will not have any problem. Okay, even with a group of 3, it will not have any problem. It will always get better. It will never get worse. That a value was not having a problem, now it is having a problem. It will not happen. If it happens, then the problem is with you, not with the values. Got it? Clear? Okay, any other question? Okay.